Hi, my name's Kevin. I'm an instructor, Theta Healing. I'm certified to teach basic, advanced, manifesting abundance, and intuitive anatomy. I was first certified as an instructor in 2006, and I received my intuitive anatomy teacher's certificate in 2008. I'm going to share with you today what you can expect from a Theta Healing session from one of the practitioners here at Theta Alchemy. Theta Healing has 4 components. The first component is the meditation itself, which is a meditation which establishes contact with superconscious or a shamanic state. And this allows you the ability to step inside of a possibility and see a change in reality. The second is the belief system paradigm. The belief system paradigm is simply that belief systems are establishing your current worldview, and through belief systems and the limitations of them, we're keeping ourselves held in a certain state, whether that be unwell, emotional, or mental issues. The third is based on kinesiology and is called muscle testing. Muscle testing is a process to determine whether a belief exists in my body or another body. And it's a very simple process that I demonstrate by holding my finger like an O or a circle. I take my other finger and insert it inside up against the palm of my hand, and I press the 2 fingertips together and push the other finger to try to part them. Now it doesn't happen because I've got enough strength to hold those together. So then I affirm a true or false statement like yes, no, and no just slips right out. It works with other true or false statements like I'm a man, I'm a woman. During a digging process, the person will be asked questions which will reveal what the natural conclusion or decision about that circumstance is for them. And by doing that, you can kind of get an idea on how their worldview is limited. For example, I was talking to a friend the other day, and people often actually speak their beliefs and their limitations all the time. And he says, the world is terribly cruel. The world is full of cruel people. Well, this is something that I personally don't experience. Now, I have experienced cruelty, but I've not found the world to be full of cruel people. In fact, in my experience and in my worldview right now, people are loving and supportive. This man or this person who told me that, he does have a common experience of running into cruel people. And so his belief system that he's carrying attracts or filters out those who don't fit that mold. So putting it all together, the Theta Healing meditation, belief systems, muscle checking, and then finally digging. So you'll come to a practitioner's site, whether it's his office or through a phone session, and you'll determine what needs to be worked on. Typically, when I do a session, I do a body scan that takes about 8 or 10 minutes. Then I ask a few questions. And when I ask a few questions and we go into whatever the area that we want to work on is, I'll be asking questions that expose the conclusion process that you make, like to evaluate the best or the worst of something and determine whether or not you're comfortable with the best or the worst situation and what it is. When you look at something, and it may be surprising, but like, you know, if you were going to go to a baseball game, for example, and you were going to go and it got rained out, and I asked you what the worst thing about that was, you might have a completely different answer than the next person, and the next person, and the next person. And this is extremely common with the mind's complexities and the information that's contained in the mind, because the neurons, the brain, collects information uniquely for every being that walks this planet. It's all a unique experience for each of us. So we go through that process of understanding where it is that you're holding things and how you conclude, and then we change through the meditation, with your permission, belief systems that are no longer serving you. So now I'm going to show you, how does a belief system change? So to change a belief system, you first identify a belief system that's ready to change or is no longer serving you. And for the purpose of this tape, I'm going to use an example where I just tune in, find a belief system that I'm carrying, and change it. So I'm going to do a healing on myself right now. And once I do the healing, that belief system, that belief will be changed forever. So the belief that I've just discovered is a simple belief, a statement of I am something. Do the muscle testing. Yes, no. I am middle class. So it's yes. So what I do now is I do the Theta meditation, which looks like basically like me going into meditation. And I'm commanding that source aspect to change it. So tuning into source and commanding that it be changed. And so now what happens is I'm middle class. It's gone. Now what I was shown was that classes were a determination and a decision, and that anybody can transcend their class. And it's been proven not just in America but anywhere in the world. Periodically some places would have a more difficult time with it because of their cultural backgrounds. In any case, that's how belief has changed. So to conclude and wrap it all up, beliefs, illness, mental disorders, emotional disorders, almost all have an emotional component. And they almost always come back to some kind of belief pattern. Cancer, as an example, has a consciousness that scientists have proven is actually the cancer cells send proteins between each other. And so there's a communication or a dialogue that's happening with cancer. Now, what that means from a Theta healing perspective is that that cancer is a consciousness. We don't actually see cancer as a bad thing or an enemy. It's a teacher, it's a friend, it's a protector. Cancer is taking toxicity out of the body. So anytime there's an illness in the body, it's caused by either emotional or physical or energetic toxicity. And these toxicities can be caused by a myriad of things, a number of beliefs. And if we had the ability to just change a belief with our mind, then we can also chase away or release toxins or toxicity from the body very rapidly. Now this can look like releasing a stuck energy or a negativity or an anger, which then might cause the body to actually purge the toxins out. So, or it could be that you find some way to release the toxins through nutrition, or they simply just disappear. It depends what the person is ready for, what you're ready for as a client, and what your practitioner is ready for to determine how effective that healing is.